Hi guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to test a charger, no matter if it's a power bank or like a wall charger or whatsoever. So what you actually need is some kind of reliable electronic consumer. So the problem is actually, you can attach something to this and to this. You can attach a power bank to a power bank or a mobile phone to a power bank or mobile phone here or whatsoever. But the problem is always that the measurement is always relying then on two components: the device which is producing the power and the one which is consuming the power. So here we have, as a sample, we have this setup. We have the power bank here, and I have this USB power meter, and I have my smartphone. So I'm charging now my smartphone with this power bank, and as you can see, it's only showing sometimes very little current. So it goes a little bit up and down, and the problem is not at the power bank. The problem is actually on my phone, because there's some electronic inside of the phone, and depending on the status of the battery, it is increasing the load and decreasing. It's going a little bit up and down, and you buy this nice new power bank and you think, yeah, they write it should deliver 2.1 amps, which is really strong, and it should be able to charge your phone really fast. And then you plug it in and you measure that, and you see it's only maybe at the highest it's maybe 1.2 amps, and you think, oh, what a piece of junk, it's not good, so send it back or whatsoever. But we can there's actually not a good way to test that. There's a much better way, and that's the intelligent USB load tester. It is like a dynamic or a variable resistor. It has this potentiometer where you can change the resistor, so that helps to increase or decrease the current. So I'm showing you this as a sample. Now before I start with this, I have to set the amps which I want to have. So I can adjust this to 2.1, or I can even go a little bit lower. Maybe it's always advised to go a little bit lower and start with the testing there. Let's say we start with around 1 amp. Now we see there's nothing going on. We just adjust that and there is no power. We see this is very low power now. We have to start this here, and you see it's going up to 1 amp. So we can really test that. So, and you can see this is 5 watts. So we have 1 amp, we have 5 volts, it's exactly 5 watts. And we can slowly increase that here and see if you really can pull 2.1 amps out of this battery charger power bank. So let's go up here, up to 2.1 amps, and we have the confirmation. We see 10.5 watts. That means the power, is still here. We still have 5 volts. So sometimes when you reduce the resistor, we increase just the current, like the amps, but the voltage goes down. So we can see that it is actually too much for the power bank or too much for the wall charger, whatever we want to test, and it's not able to produce so much. So we have to, at the end, check if we really got still the voltage and the wattage and not only the amps. So here in this setup we can definitely see it is possible. With just our smartphone we haven't been able to test that. So this thing, if you are wondering how much this is 15 bucks. I think this as well. I will put down the links to these both nice devices into the description. If you want to order that, you can order it right from there or get more information. it's a really cool setup. So it's always good to have both. I mean, actually you could do most of the things only with this one, but if you want to like measure, like accumulate how much milliampere hours or watt hours or whatsoever we have been consuming, that you need something like that. It has also a Bluetooth connection to your PC, and then you can see the whole measurement over time, how it's developed. Here we don't have any kind of accumulation, we just see how much it is currently pulling out of this device. So if you want to make really good measurements, reliable thing, get a lot of data out of these, you would have to buy both of these devices, and yeah, I can highly recommend them. They are really good as far as I can see till now. When we see, we can also check other measurements here on this device, and they are pretty much aligned. 10.2 watts, 10.5. Yeah, we have of course a little bit of loss in between, but not too much. 4.9 volts, 5 volts, so are pretty close. I think these tools are really accurate. Absolutely no complaints about that, and we get them for a cheap price, and it's 35 watts. They increased that. There was an old device with 25 watts, now it's 35, so we can test a power bank within a couple of hours, and so we don't have to wait for a couple of days and we have to find empty power banks to test that, or empty smartphones or whatsoever. So it's a really good thing. I can highly recommend that. And yeah, that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.